A recent study found that more than 50% of all employee-related lawsuits against an employer happen in organizations with 50 or less employees. The scary part? Only 2% of these organizations actually have the proper insurance coverage to defend against a lawsuit of this nature. It's known as Employment Practices Liability, or EPLI for short. What should really put fear in your heart as a small business owner? The average cost to defend one of these claims? $270,000. And if you do not have EPLI coverage, your standard insurance policy will not cover you. Now, there is a reason that only 2% of small businesses actually have employment practices liability insurance, and it is because of a myriad of misconceptions, misunderstandings that go into this policy and the nature of their business. The first thing that I hear when I bring up EPLI with one of our clients who has yet to purchase a policy is, "We're too small," or "We have a family culture around here. Our people wouldn't do it," or "We don't really have the extra capital to pay for a policy of that nature." All three of these ideas are completely wrong. Study after study, the one I mentioned at the beginning is just the most recent of a series of studies pointing out that small businesses are the most frequent to receive employee-related lawsuits against their employer. The reason for this is most small businesses do not have the process, procedures, record keeping. They don't have the standards in place for employee-employer relations that mitigate the chance of a claim like this happening. They're also oftentimes not doing the proper training, whether that's sexual harassment training or it's workplace diversity training, OSHA training, all these different kinds of training programs that you would get that would be mandatory in larger organizations oftentimes are skipped in small businesses. And while a culture may seem familial in a day-to-day, when someone feels disrespected or when someone feels like their civil rights have been violated or that they're being discriminated against or that a workplace has become unsafe, they're going to take action. And in that event, whether that lawsuit is frivolous or not, if you are found at fault, you're going to have to pay those damages. Now, it's important to understand that an EPLI policy does not give a small business owner carte blanche to operate whichever way they want. That is absolutely not what this policy is for. However, having an EPLI policy in place covers your blind spots. That's what it's doing. I know that you run a moral business, that you try to treat your people right and you try to do the best that you can every single day, but we all have blind spots in our business. And in those moments where something bad happens and one of your employees is put in a situation that they don't like, if they decide to come after your business, you need to be thinking about the sustainability and longevity of your business. And what an EPLI policy does is provide you with the defense coverage and ultimately protection if you are found at fault and there is a payment that needs to be made to that employee. This is an important coverage. It's not a luxury. And if you think today is litigious, just think about what's going to happen in the future. Employees are becoming more emboldened and given more tools in which to come after their employers, and one of the few lines of defense that an employer has is an EPLI policy. This is something you absolutely must consider. If you have questions about employment practices liability, if you would like a quote for employee practices liability for your business, now is the time to start to look into what this policy can do for you. In most cases, EPLI is a relatively affordable coverage for what it gives you. Give us a call, 518-960-6600. We can talk through your specific need and help put a policy in place for you today. We look forward to working with you.